In this video, I am going to show you how you can run DeepSeek locally on your own computer in 3 easy steps. First step, go to this website lmstudio.ai and download it for the right computer type you have. In my case, I have Windows, but you can also run it on Mac or Linux. Then run the installer. You can leave this as only for me. And then click Run LM Studio, or leave this checkbox checked, click on Finish. It's going to open up this page here, where you can click on Get Your First LLM. And here you need to download and have a little patience. While it's downloading, I'm going to explain to you a little bit about the background here and what we're installing. So DeepSeek R1 Distilled Qwen 7B. This, in fact, is the R1 model. R stands for reasoning, which means that the model thinks and accelerates things and thinks in the background for you so that you get a better answer. I'll show you what it looks like in a second. The full R1 model is huge. It's not able to run on consumer-grade hardware, so you can't run it in your office, on your desktop, because you would need very expensive servers. We estimate around $150,000 worth of hardware would be needed to run it. But luckily, DeepSeek trained some smaller models, for example, this Qwen, which are able to run locally on consumer-grade hardware. For example, GeForce RTX 3060 GPU with 16 gigabytes of RAM in my case. And the distillation means that Qwen was trained and modified in order to get the distillation of DeepSeek's wisdom. So basically, this is a model which is similar in performance. It's said 90% of the performance of DeepSeek, but again, there's like different size models and so on. This is a really good start, and this should fit even in smaller GPUs, not just 16 gigabytes ones. So it's nearly finished. And now we are going to get a button which we can click to start a new chat. Additionally, here at the bottom, you see there's a download completed. Sign here, where you can click on Load Model. You can type your first prompt in here. For example, I go with why is the Eiffel Tower in Paris? Send it. And that's the thing which I mentioned before. It's thinking. If you want to see what it's thinking, so it's talking to yourself in order to improve the answer to you, you can just click here and get this output. As you see, it's pretty decent, fast at 34.18 tokens per second, and all that because I'm using a GPU. In appearance, you can actually enable these reasoning blocks by default. So the second example here, who was Napoleon and why did he matter? You can send it, and then you see that the reasoning is expanded. By the way, you will not get access to this type of reasoning output with OpenAI, so this is a huge benefit of the DeepSeek models. And as you see, then eventually it answers and gives you a direct output. You can start new chats using this plus button on the top here. And you can also install other models, which you will be able to do by clicking the little gears icon down here and going on model search. A last recommendation I'm going to leave you with is to paste this particular link in here, which I'm going to link in the description below, and to get a bigger model, So maybe aim for the 8.991. Can click on download. And this is my recommendation specifically with unsloth, because that's a 14 billion parameter model. The one we have by default is 7 billion parameters. This is probably better, and it's quantized in a special way so that it can still fit on a 16 gigabyte GPU. It's worth experimenting and trying with different models, and I'm probably going to do more videos on that, but that's really easy. And just to summarize, you go to this website, download LM Studio, you click through the installer, and that's it. You have a working DeepSeek trained model, distilled model. It's DeepSeek for all intents and purposes on your computer. You can use it locally. You do not need to send your data into any online service, which you don't know what they'll do with it. I hope you'll have fun with DeepSeek on your computer. Please comment in the comments below what your experience is, what type of graphics GPU you're using to run DeepSeek. Because without a GPU, you will not get 30 tokens per second, but you'll get more like 1 to 4 tokens per second on a CPU. And you will need to have lots and lots of RAM. That's what these large language models want. Thank you for watching, and if this was useful to you, subscribe to my channel and comment below what else you would be interested in about these large language models. Have a good day. Cheers.